So I've had the iPhone Air for a couple of weeks, not a couple of weeks, but for 2 weeks now. And the thing I can tell you about the iPhone Air is that this is one of those types of iPhones that I think is probably not worth buying for a lot of people. And there's a couple of reasons why I hate my iPhone Air. Now, number one, I think as a blanket statement, for this phone being $1,000, I just don't see how anybody or why anybody should even consider buying this phone at $1,000 when the iPhone 17 at $800 is significantly better in my opinion. Now, number one, the iPhone Air's battery life was actually a bit worse than the iPhone 17's. On Apple's website, they basically showcase that as well. And in real day-to-day use, you are also going to notice that. Which in theory, maybe it's not a big deal. But when you're spending $200 more for kind of a bigger phone, but it's thinner, you would expect it to either be the same battery life, especially if you're spending significantly more money. The iPhone Air's battery life is still decent for how thin it is. But for the 17 being $799, that one seems like a way better deal to me personally. So that was kind of one of the big things that kind of stood out to me right there. Another thing that was really important too was that camera. From my testing, from comparing one iPhone to the other and all these other ones, it was actually very weird that the iPhone Air didn't have that ultra-wide camera. It felt so similar to something like an iPhone 16e or like an iPhone XS. And it was just very weird to not have an iPhone like that had that 0.5x camera. I felt like that right there was a very, very weird thing. And I'm not a fan of a lack of an ultra-wide camera. The lack of telephoto lens I think is okay, but the lack of an ultra-wide camera I think in and of itself is very strange. I would also like to add that when it came down to the performance of the iPhone Air is very good, but it really doesn't seem that big of an improvement from the 16 Pro, the 15 Pro, or even an iPhone 14 Pro. I'm going to be honest, I was comparing the iPhone 14 Pro against the iPhone 17 and Air from a performance perspective, and it's not really a big, I wouldn't go and upgrade from a 14 Pro to an iPhone Air just based off the performance. Now, there's a lot to love about an iPhone Air. I don't want to say that it's, a terrible phone, but I do think it's a bad value. I don't think this phone is worth $1,000 when an iPhone 17 costs $799. I feel like the iPhone Air should be the same price or cheaper than an iPhone 17 personally. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.